Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alerts. Here is Skylar Doyle.
A moderate level 4 out of 5 risk of strong to severe thunderstorms continues across the Tri-Cities viewing area. Hello, thanks for joining us. It is 2 p.m. Your 2 p.m. Tornado Watch update on First Warn Tri-Cities. I'm Skylar Doyle. You're looking at the First Warn severe storm outlook from the SPC for today. It is a moderate risk of severe weather for the entirety of the viewing area as we go through the remainder here a little bit later here, and we do have current tornado watches that have been newly issued for Grayson, Smith, Tazewell, Ashe, and Watauga counties until 9 o'clock. The Tri-Cities in Tennessee until 7 o'clock, along with Avery County in North Carolina, and then until 6 p.m. for most of Southwest Virginia. Counties in the dark red, Dickinson, Buchanan counties as well, as long as our East Kentucky counties until 6 p.m. Let's go straight to Doppler radar. We got a lot going on to talk about. First off, severe thunderstorm warning south of Rogersville, so for southern Hawkins, a good part of Greene County. This does include Greenville. It's coming up on Greenville soon. Some broad rotation, but mainly damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour are possible in this. Severe thunderstorm warning does have the tornado possible tag. Another warning for southwest Greene County, midway to Warrensburg here, and a little part of 11E near Mossheim. Mossheim's actually in this warning as well. This one goes until 2:45 for the potential to damage straight line winds. These storms will continue to move to the east toward parts of Washington County, Unicoi County, maybe even Carter County, and then parts of the western North Carolina mountains. Strong storms ongoing, not severe here in parts of northeast Sullivan County, and also some storms ongoing in southwestern Virginia and parts of Wise County and Lee County. We'll see if these storms can grow a little stronger here. Those do have a strong thunderstorm alert on them. Another strong storm developing along the I-81 corridor in Marion. Could be potential supercell development here, and this storm is rotating actually over Smith County. Okay, we have some strong rotation here along the I-81 corridor near Marion. This is your first warning. If you are in Marion, to seek shelter now. We're actually going to go ahead and post about this here. We could need to watch this near Marion. Here. So again, we are live with this pushing into Marion right now. This is a very strong circulation pushing into Marion, and a tornado warning for Smith County. So, just as I was saying that, we now have a tornado warning. We gave you your first warning for Smith and Wythe counties in southwest Virginia. So again, we are tornado warning for Smith County in Virginia, folks. This is breaking news. Until 2:30. So let's go ahead and get that title updated for you. And then I'm going to go on to the weather wall here. And this is turned in from a Tornado Watch update to live wall-to-wall tornado coverage. If you're just joining us, we're live here on First Warn Tri-Cities. We have a new tornado warning that has just been issued for Smith County in southwest Virginia. Let's zoom into this storm that's over the Marion area. This does include Wythe County as well, and Wytheville. This is the I-81 corridor. If you are in Marion, you need to get to your tornado-safe place right now, folks. Lowest floor, interior room, away from exterior walls and windows. Again, Smith County, Virginia, you are under a tornado warning, the central and eastern parts of the county, here until 2:30. This is a tornado warning for Smith County here in Virginia. So let's continue with this. Again, this is a tornado warning, so we'll keep this going here for the next little bit. And if you are in Smith County, you want to be in your tornado safe place. Again, that's the lowest floor interior room here away from windows. We're trying to get to where we can double box, but let's go back to radar for now. And again, this is a tornado warning. Your rotation is right over downtown Marion. If you are in downtown Marion, I cannot stress the importance to you enough of being in your tornado safe place. if you are in downtown Marion, Virginia, you need to be in your tornado safe place right now, as we are now going to get that there. And we are able now to double box, and we are live here. So again, we're actually just going to go radar full for just a second while we post here onto our pages. If you are in Marion, tornado safe place right now. Let's go ahead and take a post. Let's go ahead and post this here for those folks in Marion. So again, this rotation is right over downtown Marion as we speak. Marion, this is very, very tight rotation over Marion here. And if you are in Marion, Virginia, this is where you need to be at this current point. You need to be in that tornado safe place, and that rotation there where you see the reds and greens coming together is very tight here for Smith, Central and Eastern Smith County.
Tornado warning.
And our critical alerts are going off with the tornado warning because it is Smith County. So let me bring that down. And this is where we're tracking that potential of a tornado. Let's go back to our double box if we can. Yep, there we go. All right, so we are tracking the potential of a tornado right here over down just to the east now of downtown Marion. This is a tornado warning. Let's see what this storm is moving at. It's moving to the northeast at 40. This is a fairly long warning into Wythe County as well. So, and we have it on linear mode, and this is an individual discrete cell. Let's turn it to cellular mode. This does include Bland County as well. So it's Bland, Wythe, and Smith until 2:30, and this is moving off to the northeast at, let's just say, 40 miles an hour. And if you are in Atkins, this is going to be in your area at 2:11, Gross Close at 2:15, Rural Retreat 2:21. This storm will be to you. If you're in Grubb at 2:31, Stones Mill 2:38, Max Meadows at 2:48 as well. And this is in the Wytheville area at 2:38 this evening. So if you are in Wytheville, I want you in your tornado safe place. And if you're just east of downtown Marion, Virginia, downtown Marion, I'm about ready to give you the all clear. But if you're in Atkins, Gross Close, traveling along I-81 between Atkins and Rural Retreat, we need you in that tornado safe place, folks. That's the lowest floor, interior room, away from exterior walls and windows. Let's go to our high-res velocity imagery. And it's this rotation is just to the east of Marion right now. And going here along I-81 and Lee Highway, just to the south of that. That is where our rotation is at this current point in time. So again, we do have that potential, at least, of a potential of an isolated tornado here over the Marion area as we speak. So if you're in Marion, just heads up, that potential is there for an isolated, quick spin-up tornado over the Marion area here as we continue to watch the threat for severe weather closely. So again, as we get back here on the wall, there is that severe thunderstorm threat from Marion, tornado threat, and it's going to be just to the east of Marion now. So if you are 7 Mile forward, are clear. Downtown Marion, all clear, but this storm could contain from quarter to golf ball size, ping pong ball size hail, and an isolated quick spin-up tornado along I-81 in Marion in the Atkins area. If you are in Atkins, we need you to take shelter now. Okay? Atkins, take shelter at this current point. This is a tornado warned storm for Smith County at this current point. We're having some flag issues with our weather wall. We just got a new alert, and this is for the Tri-Cities Metro. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado is possible. Yeah, we have tightening rotation. Okay. So we have tightening up of rotation. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for the Tri-Cities Metro. you're in the Tri-Cities metro here, this is a very dangerous storm here for you. We could have winds in this up to 60 miles an hour, and a tornado is possible over the metro of the Tri-Cities. And again, I just don't think that this is the last hurrah over the next little bit. So let me try to get our green screen back working. And it is. So we are on the air here with that now new severe thunderstorm warning for far southern Sullivan, a good part here of Carter County. Let me get this back where I can see myself. A good part of Carter County, Unicoi County, Johnson City, Washington County, and Greene County. So as the tornado possible tagging, folks, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I would not be shocked soon if we had a tornado warning for this just north of Greenville. This is tightening up of a rotation there just north of Greenville, so we could need a tornado warning there soon. Let's head back to Smith County. Right here is where we're having that potential of an isolated tornado south of I-81 there in Smith County. This right here is where we have the potential for a tornado. Most likely going to say south of I-81 south, and right here is where we're watching that for Smith County and Wythe County in southwest Virginia. Again, that's a tornado warning for Smith and Wythe County. And let me just take you radar full because I'm going to update our title, because not only are we covering the storms in Smith County, but we're also covering severe storm warnings for the Tri-Cities metro. And these do have the tornado possible tag. So, therefore, we are going to keep an eye on it very closely at this current point in time. So we're going to just notify some of our partners because we think that this is important for them to know. Some of our partners that share our feed out here, and for them to know that these storms are heading our way, and these will continue to head our way. Again, tornado warning for Smith County, but could see a tornado warning for Greene County here at some point because that rotation just to the north of downtown Greenville is intensifying, and we could see an isolated spin-up tornado within that cell as well. So that is what we have, and this is where our rotation is. This is north of downtown Greenville, but it's this area right here, Castile Springs. Right here is Raytown. Behind me is Limestone. Right here is our rotation in Greene County, and this could be where we have the potential of a tornado. Up north, I wouldn't let your guard down for new cells to develop. This one in Smith County developed very quickly and could still produce an isolated tornado. More or less, we're right here in this general area here on the southern end of this warning, but there might be some rotation up here on the northern edge. But I think more of the rotation would be down through here. A lot of hail within this storm along I-81. They're about to push out of our viewing area into Wythe County in the next little bit. But again, tornado warning there in Smith County. Let's go down to this storm in parts of Sullivan County. Let's make sure it is not. It's starting to rotate here in southeast Sullivan County, south of Holston Valley. This will head toward northern Johnson and southeast Washington County, Virginia, and northeast Sullivan. This storm right here could be starting to rotate, folks, if you are just south of Holston Valley. And again, these are critical alerts going on, so I'm sorry they keep doing that. 40 to 50 mile an hour winds in the Greenville area. And note our radio partners at the Tri-Jams is located in Greenville. They could lose power. We have flash flood warnings just to the south of Morristown now as well. So we are watching a concerning area, broad rotation north of Mossheim at this current point. And again, that is what we are tracking very closely. And I am going to zoom in. Damaging winds pushing into downtown Greenville. If you are in Greenville, I want you to get to your safe place. We talked about the potential of 70 to 80 mile an hour winds. We could be seeing that right now in downtown Greenville. Very strong wind velocity showing up at the lower levels of the atmosphere. winds in this storm could be, again, 60 to 70 miles an hour, maybe even a little higher into downtown Greenville. There is some rotation as well in this line, so we're going to watch that closely. A tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning for the entirety of Greene County, Washington County, Unicoi County, most, if not all, of Carter County and southern Sullivan County within that as well. Here, we are watching the storm just to the south of Holston Valley. That storm is strong is strong right now, and it could be developing some broad rotation in parts of Johnson, Northeast Sullivan, southern Washington County, Virginia. And then we also have this area of tornado warning here now in far eastern and Smith County, about to push out of Smith into Wythe counties in southwest Virginia. As we turn on our high-res velocity imagery, we have some weak rotation within this storm. Nothing that's jumping out to me right now, which is good news. Again, rural retreat. Want you to be in your safe place here along I-81. Some large hail as well. Tri-Jams is running in backup power. This is a major windstorm in Greenville. So we're going to go back down to Greene County, the Tri-Cities Metro, brace for impact. I would not be shocked to see a warning on this cell as well. Here in pushing into Johnson County and the Shady Valley area. Could be seeing some broadening of rotation with that as well. Kind of hard to tell, a little bit far away from the radar. But we do, and a tornado warning for Greene and Washington counties in East Tennessee, folks. If you are in Greenville, a tornado warning until 2:45 for the Tri-Cities Metro. Again, tornado warning now for Greene and Washington, Tennessee until 2:45. Okay, so we are now in major severe weather coverage, folks. This is a life-threatening situation now occurring in Greene County and Washington County. We now have a tornado warning. The Weather Service says a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is right over Greenville right now, moving east at 25 miles an hour. If you're in Tusculum, Newmansville, Grandview, and Raytown, also in Limestone, Bowmantown, and Washington College area, you need to be in your tornado-safe place right now. That tornado-safe place, where is that? That is the lowest floor, interior room, away from exterior walls and windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. I'm going to go back to the wall, and I'm going to zoom out on this. Because if this storm holds itself together, it will be impacting the Johnson City Metro, okay, over the next little bit. But again, we now have a tornado warning for parts of Greene and Washington counties in Tennessee. Here, let's go back up to Wythe County, or Smith and Wythe County. The storm luckily is pushing out of Smith into Wythe County, so out of our area. But far eastern Smith County, well east of Marion, downtown Marion, all clear. 7 Mile forward, you've been clear from this. Atkins, all clear. It's the Gross Close area to the north. That is where we're seeing the potential of a tornado, and that is now pushed all the way into Wythe County, into rural retreat, and into Wytheville. So if you are in Smith County, I'm going to give you the all clear from a tornado threat for the time being. Let's head down to Tusculum. We have a dangerous situation. Greene County into Washington County. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado approaching the Tusculum area. This is just north of downtown Greenville, but if you're in downtown Greenville, be in your safe place right now. There is definitely some rotation within this thunderstorm. Tornado on the ground north of Greenville. Billy Bowling has a tornado on the ground north of Greenville. We have a tornado on the ground again north of downtown Greenville per Billy Bowling. Storm spotter, part of our team here at First Warn Tri-Cities. Let me go ahead and get this onto the computer. Again, we now have a life-threatening situation, tornado on the ground in Greene County in East Tennessee. We have tornadoes on the ground now, so this is an observed tornado per the video. Let me go ahead and get this in our system and also post it for the Weather Service to see. Here again, this is a video of a possible tornado. We are Gonna go ahead and get this posted here. This is again for Eastern Green and parts of Washington County in Tennessee. Let me download that. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and put this here into our system here for you. Let me pull that up. Again, this is from Billy Bowling. I don't have time to put the label on it, but this is from Billy Bowling north of Greenville. Here at 2:20. Let's play this. It's not playing like it should.
We have a tornado on the ground.
Flip this here. And again, this is a Boston out. They've continued the tornado warning here for Wythe County. Let me fix that video here for you real quick. Again, this is live breaking coverage. Again, a potential tornado on the ground. And that should have us in that video. And let's get that. But let's do it in the loop. Again, this is
We have a
of Greenville at this current point in time.
We have a tornado on the ground.
Washington and Greene counties. I want you to where tornadoes take place right now, because this is a very dangerous situation of a possible tornado north of the Greenville area. Again, per Billy
We have
Bowling.
a tornado on the ground.
So again, we're going to try to get that. We've got that video on the screen for you to get back to straight on. Again, we're just processing.
We have a tornado on the ground.
And then get this tornado warning. It's pushing into Washington County. It's moving 25 miles an hour. And we're going to track this down off 25. We're going to track it all the way
We have
down
a tornado on the ground.
impact the Johnson City Metro at around 3:15 or so over the next hour. Yeah, now we can. There we go. So that is that
We
video.
have a tornado on the ground.
We're back to the first stop. And this is again for the Johnson City area. 3:15 or so. And possible tornado near Greenville.
We have a tornado on the ground.
At this current point, per spotter reports of a video that we're showing you right now here on first that we was showing you there on First Warn Tri-Cities. So at the current point, this is a tornado warning for Greene and Washington counties. We also have technically a tornado warning for far eastern Smith County until 2:30. If you're tuning in from Smith County, wondering why aren't you talking about me? That's because when our radar loads, I will show you that storm is into Wythe County. There is no threat of a tornado in Smith County. Technically, though, the far eastern part of Smith, they've actually just canceled that warning. Okay. They've expired the tornado warning for Smith County. So that is some good news. The rotation was really tight over Marion. And that is when we were very concerned. In case a quick tornado did touch down there, you have to see anything damage-wise. If you have that, you can send those to us. Let's go back down here to this storm pushing into southern Washington County and into northern Johnson. Again, that could be rotating a little bit. But let's go back down here to our storm in Greene County and Washington County. New severe thunderstorm warning for Madison, Mitchell, and Yancey until 3:15. And we have some major breaking information here. Once I turn one thing off, we have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Anderson, Blunt, Granger, Jefferson, Knox, Loudoun, and Sevier for downtown Knoxville. 80-mile-an-hour winds could be possible in downtown Knoxville from a severe thunderstorm. 80-mile-an-hour winds are possible in downtown Knoxville. So just want to give you that heads up. Now back to our current tornado warning. Yeah, not seeing much rotation to concern me that much right this moment. So again, we're watching the threat. Again, this is a tornado warning for Washington County, west of Johnson City, and Greene County, including the Tusculum area, until 2:45. The Weather Service says. They say this tornado, when they issued the warning, was near Greenville, and it was moving east at 25 miles an hour. Definitely had a little bit of spin when they issued that warning. And we have a video. We had a video of a possible tornado just north of Greenville, where that rotation was showing up from Billy Bowling. We still have that here in the system. This is Billy Bowling. They are chasing in Greenville. And,
We have a tornado on the ground.
Exactly what it looks like. Potential of at least a lowering, maybe a tornado on that cell that was in part of Greene and Washington counties. So let's, and it still is, and it's trying to rotate again here. Near Raytown. If I'm in Raytown, I'm in my shelter here. Again, rotation developing here once again near Raytown. Again, I wanted to talk about, we have a life-threatening situation in the Knoxville metro. 80-mile-an-hour winds are possible in downtown Knoxville right now from intense severe thunderstorm. This stuff is moving toward our area as well. Let's see if we have any more cells developing back here off to the north. Not really, which is good news at the current point in time. We have some cells trying to develop out through here, watching these on the eastern part of, southeastern part of Washington County and parts of northern Johnson County closely. But it's that in this area here right now in the blinking red box that has a tornado warning for parts of Greene and Washington counties, and it's right here in northeast Tennessee. This is Washington County, Tennessee, not Virginia, where we do have that potential of a tornado here with the Tri-Cities Metro under the gun for severe weather with a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag. But this is that tornado warning for parts of Greene County and into parts of Washington County and East Tennessee here in the Limestone area down to the Horse Creek area. And this is about to push out of the Polygon. The Weather Service will have to decide if they want to extend this warning or not. We just got a new reflectivity scan. Let's go to velocity. It's not updated just yet. Last update was just a couple minutes ago with rotation right here near Raytown, pushing toward the Limestone area. We'll see if that holds together on this next scan. If so, I believe the Weather Service will extend this toward the Johnson City Metro. And this is where we're going to get into a lot of people in a warning. And this is the newest scan. And there is rotation still here over Raytown, over Highway 11E, going into Limestone, Washington College. If I'm in Telford, Telford's right behind me. Not in the tornado warning, but I'd be getting in my safe place immediately in Telford. As this tornado warning storm, again, heading straight for the Jonesboro and Johnson City metros here, along with parts of Unicoi and Washington counties, under the gun next, as this rotating part of this storm is going to push out of Greene County into Washington County and East Tennessee. Right here's our rotation along Highway 11E near Raytown, pushing toward Limestone, Washington College, Telford. This will stay south of Sulphur Springs, probably near or just south of downtown Jonesboro, and move into parts of the Johnson City Metro if it can hold itself together. This is line-embedded circulations, and what's going to happen, since these are in a line, it's not a cell out by itself, it's in a little cluster, it's going to cycle up, cycle down a little more, and it's not going to persist for as long. But again, that is the potential of an isolated, quick spin-up tornado right now over Highway 11E. I'm going to give downtown Greenville the all clear from the tornado threat. But if I'm in Raytown right now, I'm in my tornado safe place along with Limestone. It's along Highway 11E. Here's some more very broad rotation towards South Central, but I'm more worried about this area here near Raytown. It's the area that has me concerned rotation-wise here, and it's embedded within this heavy rain. This will be a rain-wrapped tornado, and that is what we're watching right now at this current point. I heard sirens were going all off at ETSU. I'm just reading that. There's no tornado warning for ETSU, but there is a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. Let's see. We just got a new scan of radar. Let's go to our velocity. Let's see when this updates what it shows, because it might show the potential of, if it continues this circulation to the east, I would expect a new tornado warning. Right now, I'm not seeing a new scan coming in. And it did broaden on that last scan. It's not as prevalent, but it is still there, pushing in Limestone here. I think a severe thunderstorm warning will probably cover this pretty well. Again, far southern Sullivan County, a good part of Carter County, Washington County, Unicoi County, and most of Greene County in a severe thunderstorm warning. The severe thunderstorm warning, if it's so called in the tornado warning, I don't know how long it goes for. It's been really busy. A lot of messages in the chat. Easiest way to do this is going to be this way. Severe thunderstorm warning goes until 3:15, while the tornado warning itself goes until 2:45 this evening. So that's another 15 minutes here, and we are live right now. We do want to note on WZAP 93.3 FM, 690 AM. So we welcome our listeners there on WZAP. It's 2:30 in the evening. We do have a tornado warning for Greene and Washington counties in East Tennessee. The severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is near the Limestone area on the Greene-Washington County borders. Okay, so if you are in Johnson City, Jonesboro, we want to let you know that there is a threat of severe storms moving into your area. Not only could they produce 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, maybe some hail up to the size of quarters, but also the potential of a tornado. The severe thunderstorm warning has the tornado possible tag and goes until 3:15. This tornado warning for a smaller section of Greene and far western Washington counties in Tennessee, again, not southwest Virginia, but in northeast Tennessee, goes until 2:45 this evening. Again, this right here on radar is right over 11E and pushing. It's on the Greene-Washington County border right now. The Washington College area, the Telford area. I wouldn't advise travel along 11E in that area. Very hefty thunderstorms with the potential of a tornado moving through that area. And the good news is, just coming in from the National Weather Service, that tornado warning has been canceled for Greene and Washington counties. We still have some broad circulation, but the Weather Service says that this broader area under a severe thunderstorm warning for far southern Sullivan, most of Carter, all of Unicoi, Washington County, and Greene County, and even parts of Hawkins County can be covered by this severe thunderstorm warning, as this warning does have the tornado possible tag on it, but so still can't rule out a spin up. Look at all the lightning though in this storm, a lot of lightning, and the potential again for that damaging wind threat. So right now, while we have no tornado warnings for any part of our viewing area, I'm going to zoom out real quick. You're watching or listening to First One Tri-City severe weather coverage. We're on our partners at 93.3 WZAP as well, bringing you live severe weather coverage of these severe thunderstorms rolling through the Tri-Cities. We are under a moderate risk of severe weather today. That's a level 4 out of 5. Exceptionally rare, and we'll keep the risk of severe weather until about 5 or 6. If you've not seen a storm and you've seen more sunshine, that's not good news either. That destabilizes your atmosphere and you're still under the threat. We do have tornado watches in effect right now for southeast Kentucky, most of southwest Virginia until 6, northeast Tennessee and Avery County, North Carolina until 7. Also areas in the Tazewell, Smith, Grayson, Ashland counties areas until 9 o'clock. So that is what we're watching for right now. We are watching storms to our southwest toward Knoxville because those storms do have the destructive tag on them. And for 80 mile an hour winds, the potential of an isolated tornado within there as well. So that is a dangerous situation in the Knoxville metro. We are seeing rotation still on radar. I do not want to discount the broad rotation over Limestone. If you're just joining us, we had video a little earlier on our video telecast of a possible tornado over Greene County in the Greenville area. This rotation is tightening up again. If you are in the between Washington College and South Central, south of Jonesboro most likely, but Telford is kind of transitioning now south of 11E down toward Embryville, Little Cherokee, Dry Creek. That's behind me. Here, we're seeing some rotation trying to develop again. If we don't have a tornado, still 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. As this storm moves through the area, we're going to track it off to the east at, let's just go 40 miles an hour. Most of the heaviest core, at least tornado potentially part of this storm, should stay south of the Johnson City metro. It should stay south of Johnson City, but it'll be near Unicoi at 254, Oklahoma at 257, Tolleytown at 303. Valley Forge 308, along with Hampton, White Rock at 311, and Bear Stand at 315. Again, that's where this severe thunderstorm that is capable of producing severe weather, damaging winds, large hail, the potential of an isolated tornado is right now. There is no tornado warnings. I want to stress that. But our severe thunderstorm warning does have that tornado possible tag from the National Weather Service, which means a quick spin-up tornado could be possible within this cell here. Now pushing into far western Washington County. here. We are looking, if you're watching our video stream, at the wind velocity here, where the red and the greens are coming together. It's where we're seeing winds going in different directions. Winds going toward the radar, winds going away from the radar. When those winds combine, that produces some spin in the atmosphere, the potential for rotation in that thunderstorm. Also have more storms ongoing southeast Washington County, Virginia, northern Johnson County as well. Those storms could contain some gusty winds, heavy rainfall, maybe small pea to penny size hail. Storm over Wytheville was tornado warned earlier in Smith County, but looks significantly weaker right now. But we had imminent concern for a tornado over Marion around a little after 2 o'clock, and that luckily, since then, there is no imminent concern over Marion or any part of our area for a tornado. I do want to note we are seeing now more severe thunderstorm warnings to the west for another round, potentially, of severe storms that could impact areas closer to the Tennessee-Virginia state line. A new severe thunderstorm warning to our west along Claiborne County, Anderson County, back to Campbell County in Tennessee until 3:30. That's for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Also noting these individual cells, like this one near Sneedville and Hancock County, around State Route 33. Any of those could quickly strengthen to produce quick spin-up tornadoes and take on supercellular characteristics. Again, as we go back here, we are looking at mainly damaging winds, I think, now across a good part of Washington and Unicoi counties in East Tennessee. I think the tornado threat has lowered with this, but we are looking at the threat of damaging straight-line winds. Again, Washington into Unicoi County. This is about to impact I-26. So if you're listening to us on 93.3 or on our other partners, we do want to let you know that these storms could impact I-26 between the Johnson City and the Irwin area. So if you are traveling along I-26, might be best get off the next exit, just pull over and wait out these storms. These are electric. A lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, a lot of heavy rain, and some small hail potential. It's going to be hard to drive in this. And the severe storm warnings do extend into parts of western North Carolina, the Mitchell, Yancey, and Madison County areas as well. That is where that severe storm warning is also in effect here for the area right now. So again, we are watching the threat of severe weather closely throughout the viewing area, so at moderate risk and effect with the tornado watch area-wide at this current point here. Again, that is a little bit of broad rotation on the approaching the Irwin area along I-26, which could enhance the wind threat. Just wanted to let you know of that. We could storm near Sneedville's developing some interesting characteristics, to say the least. Here, Rock Hill down to Sneedville. Keep an eye out on that storm right now there. And then if you go back, again, the storm near the La Follette area, if that storm holds itself together and it pushes toward the Tennessee-Virginia state line, most of this atmosphere has had some light, moderate rain, maybe a rumble of thunder. Kingsport, Bristol, you've not had a lot of severe weather. Well, the threat's not over. We could have this second round push through, and especially more cells can build to the north from this as the better dynamics, upper air dynamics, work into the region. We could, yes, still see some severe weather, including the potential for isolated, quick spin-up tornadoes, damaging straight-line winds, and yeah, a low wind as well potential for large hail across the Tennessee-Virginia state line area of the Tri-Cities. Right now, though, our focus in the southern part of the metro, where damaging winds are likely right now into Washington and Unicoi counties in East Tennessee here. And all right, we will be staying on the air with you until now 3:45. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Greene County in East Tennessee. The wind threat could be winds up to 80 miles an hour. This is for parts of, listen up closely, folks, Blount, Cobb, Granger, Greene, Hamblin, Jefferson, Knox, Sevier, and Union counties till 3:45. And this warning includes the Warrensburg area of Scoop Mill and Creek Store area of Greene County. So if you are in Greene County, especially that part of Greene County, heads up, destructive 80-mile-an-hour winds could be heading your way. If you're watching our video here on social media or on our website, you're seeing these bright blue and purple colors, that is where we're seeing the potential for damaging straight line winds up to 80 miles an hour. The Knoxville Airport, McGee Tyson reports a wind gust of 59 miles an hour, almost 60 miles an hour there at the point. The Weather Service is just issuing a discussion here. They are saying that severe thunderstorms continue to look possible, especially in our part of the region. It's damaging straight line winds being the main threat, though tornadoes and that large hail threat cannot be ruled out as well. But again, we are watching that new severe thunderstorm warning for far western Greene County. 80-mile-an-hour winds are possible, and it's this warning for Warrensburg west. So it's from Warrensburg here west in Greene County, 80-mile-an-hour winds, and that'll do some damage like a weak tornado would if you're in western Greene County. Let's go back to Irwin and Unicoi County and southern Washington County in East Tennessee. Seeing some broad rotation along I-26, more concerned about damaging winds and the potential for quarter-size hail and very heavy rainfall in this area of Unicoi County and Washington County in southern Washington County and a good part of Unicoi County in East Tennessee. Let's head back again. We do now have that destructive severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to take a lot of our focus for far western Greene County because these are now moving through the Sevierville Pigeon Forge area, and we'll move through Greene County. Let's get this to our high resolution. Eventually, with time, move into Greene County. The National Weather Service says that these storms are moving east at 50 miles an hour, and that this is a destructive storm with 80-mile-an-hour winds possible. So if you're in Warrensburg, Jefferson City, just in south of Morristown, heads up. This is a warning mess, as I would like to call it, because we have a lot of warnings in one big area, and hopefully some of these will clear out when we get to 245, and I think some of these will do that here. Yeah, we will have some of the warnings at least clear out at 245. So that's the good news. Our radar won't be as jumbled up. We do have the flash flood warning for the Jefferson City and Morristown area. My main concern is damaging straight line winds, though, right here, pushing into Sevier County, and eventually will push into Greene County, and eventually, once again, parts of Washington and Unicoi counties could be on guard for very strong straight line winds. That would be the main threat with that ban. An isolated tornado can't be ruled out. Seeing we have a new severe thunderstorm warning just east of our area in Wythe County. Again, what I'm watching is these little isolated little cells. That's what we have to watch, folks. So you see these isolated cells that's kind of developing out by themselves. If one of these can get going and tap into the upper air instability and tap into some of the upper air wind dynamics, those could start to rotate and produce, and that could be where we get tornado warnings. That's where most of our tornado warnings have been today, including the one in Smith County, and then the one in Bell, Harlan, and Leslie County a little earlier this afternoon. But then we also have this one in the line, embedded within the line, parts of Washington County and Greene County just a little earlier, and that, again, has since been canceled by the National Weather Service. We are approaching 2:43 on a Monday evening. I'm Chief Forecaster for First Warn Tri-Cities, Skylar Doyle. We're live on First Warn Tri-Cities, and all of our radio partners as well are carrying our coverage of this severe weather event across the viewing area of First Warn Tri-Cities. This is a weather alert day for the potential of strong to severe storms here, as we are looking at, again, we had video of even a possible tornado north of Greenville earlier when we had that tornado warning. So what they've done is Hawkins and Sullivan County has been taken out of that severe thunderstorm warning here that we have, the main warning that we've been focused on. And they are saying this is for southern Washington, parts of Carter, including Elizabeth and Hampton, parts of Unicoi County, including Irwin, and then a very small part of Greene County as well. Mainly a damaging wind threat. Look at these winds between Black Pond and Irwin. Those very bright colors on radar along I-26 are indicating up to 70-mile-an-hour winds here along this line. So that is something we are watching closely here. We have hit, and we're hitting almost to hit 245. So some warnings here are going to go off our map, and we're going to get a little cleaner view, hopefully, of our First Warn live Doppler radar, because this area down here this morning, one of these warnings down here for Greene County, far western Greene County, needs to be focused on because that sent off phones in the Warrensburg area. It sends off a WIA alert when those severe thunderstorm warnings have the destructive 80-mile-an-hour winds or baseball-sized hail tags. It'll send off the WIA alerts like they do for tornado warnings, Amber alerts, and flash flood emergencies, while this one sent off 80-mile-an-hour winds. And radar becomes a bit cleaner with that one warning off the board. And again, the destructive warning is still on the board. The 80-mile-an-hour wind warning it's far western Greene County, the Warrensburg area there, and it's for this line moving into Sevierville and about to move into Jefferson City. And it's rotating, folks. We have rotation in Sevier County here near Sevierville, and I'm afraid they're going to have to tornado warn Sevier County here soon, Sevier and Cotton County. We'll watch it closely. Again, we have a lot of damaging wind in this area along 11E heading into Jefferson City, down along the main road here. As you go down into Sevierville, you get off exit 407, go down towards Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. A lot of wind there near exit 407 just south. A little bit of rotation developing there east of the parkway there in Pigeon Forge and Sevierville. And then that strong damaging winds just to the west of Jefferson City. And these storms are moving into the Tri-Cities once again. That's why we're so focused on them, because they are pushing in to the warning does include western Greene County. That's severe thunderstorm warning for 80-mile-an-hour winds, and it goes for the next hour or so until 3:45 this evening. And again, the good news is the tornado. I don't see any threat of a tornado now in the Unicoi County cell. Rotation is very, very broad and has been broad for a few scans. Damaging winds expected down toward the Flag Pond area. Winds could exceed 70 miles an hour in that area of Flag Pond here. So we are watching this very closely as we go through the next little bit. So at the current time, it is 2:47. I'm here with you for a severe weather threat. We no longer have tornado warnings, which is good news, and we're checking to see reports out. Not seeing anything major right now. Again, good news. We do continue to have severe thunderstorm warnings for areas just south of Johnson City and Washington County, parts of Carter County, Unicoi County, parts of eastern Greene County. Those go until 3:15, and the warning of most concern is the destructive severe thunderstorm warning for far western Greene County. That warning goes until 3:45, and it's for this strong line of storm from Jefferson City to Sevierville that is advancing eastward very quickly, and that will push into the Newport area, and then eventually, again, the Greenville area will be under the gun again for strong damaging winds. I'm going to look at the power outage threat, and again, if your power goes out and you listen to us on your phone, you can listen to us on your radio, dial at 93.3 FM 690 AM WZAP here. And we're looking at 2,000 people without power in Greene County at this current time. And we are at 60 without power in Hancock County. Jefferson County has 5,000. Campbell County, down back toward the Follett, has 3,000. And these storms back toward the Knoxville area producing the power outages as well. So those are pushing eastward, and they do have history of producing power outages, so they most likely would here as well. And again, we're seeing with these storms that are going to be approaching Hancock and Hawkins County over the next little bit. I told you could move toward areas that's not seeing storms yet toward the Tennessee-Virginia state line. The wind velocities are picking up on these to 60 to 70 miles an hour north of Maynardville here in Granger County. That's about to push into Claiborne County. They've just updated that warning. We'll see what wind they have on it. And they have that at 60 miles an hour. The 60 to 70 mile an hour winds will push into Claiborne County and Union County. Eventually, Hancock and Hawkins County will get hit by that storm that is moving off to the east at 45 miles an hour. And again, this area near Sevierville that's rotating, I would watch very closely if I'm in Sevier County, Cotton County, potentially even Greene County. Over the next little bit, Greene County been getting hit hard with today's severe weather after last week's flooding. And again, a lot of cells up here are starting to develop. And some of these areas have not seen rain and storms today, or have seen minimal. And we still have a lot of energy. And that could promote the threat for severe weather. So we're going to continue to watch this. We're staying on the air with you because of this destructive severe thunderstorm warning for far western Greene County. And it goes until 3:45. The reason that we're here with you, we was initially here with you for a watch update at 2 o'clock. We'll do updates at the top and bottom of each hour for tornado watches. And then we had a tornado warning for Smith County immediately after 2 o'clock. And then we had the tornado warning for Greene and Washington. And then we've just been in severe thunderstorm warning since then. But with these storms having the destructive tag on them, and also the tornado possible tag, we think it's best that we're here with you. And again, I think, we could still see storm development. Southwest Virginia, you've not saw a lot in severe weather, with the exception of Smith County. This atmosphere up here is still juicy. It's still unstable, and we could still see that threat of severe weather. Looking at our Moscow analysis page here and looking at our instability values here, as I look, we still have plenty of instability across the viewing area to support strong to severe storms across the area. A lot of shear and a lot of helicity in the atmosphere. That's our spin, and that could again produce tornadoes. Elevated tornado parameters across the Tri-Cities right now. So just want to let you know that we still are holding on to that tornado threat. Zoom into this cell here in Wythe County, just producing maybe some damaging straight line winds. We'll go back here to our cell, and most of the damaging winds pushing out of Unicoi County now. Over the next 10 minutes or so, will be pushing out of Unicoi into Mitchell, Yancey, and Madison counties, just outside of our area into North Carolina. And then all eyes will be focused on round number, depending on where you are, 2, 3, or 4 here. And we'll see here, we're seeing rotation again, like I've been saying in Sevier County, but strong winds from Sevier County and even in Jefferson County. Let's time those out for you here. And we're going to time out those, and we're going to push them right back up toward the metro. Let me find that warning. It is the destructive severe thunderstorm warning. So it shouldn't be hard to find. Here in the Morristown chat room. And they're saying that these storms are moving east at 50 miles an hour. So, as long as we continue to see these, this will be near Jefferson City at 258, Belmont 305, White Pine 307, Newport 314 for you, Scoop Mill 319, that is in Greene County, Skinner Crossroad 323, Cedar Creek 333, Greenville 339, Tusculum 344, Washington College, pushing into Washington County again by 4 o'clock, and these would be near the Johnson City Metro around 4:15 or so this evening. If those storms are to hold together, so a little over an hour for Johnson City, strike the northern part of this area of storms. As it would push east, these would eventually push toward Bristol. I think the northern part might be pushing off a little slower. It's pushing 45. These will head toward the Bean Station area at 321, Lawrenceburg at 325, the Sneedville area at 332, Sebroinsville 354, Dykes Mill 405, Churchill 406, and eventually Kingsport at 418, and Nicholsville at 433, Blountville at 434. We watch this closely. And then, so the Bristol area are between 4:30 and 5 o'clock is when the threat would come for you at this current point. So again, the Weather Service continuing to say that severe weather is happening, and again, the potential will be for a tornado. There, we did have a tornado in Greene County at around 2:13 p.m. The Billy Bowling said captured video of a tornado. We now just got a new update here. So, severe weather threat is continuing across the tornado watch. According to the Storm Prediction Center, especially north of our area, this is talking about the watch for Southwest Virginia, East Kentucky, and that goes into Southern West Virginia. So, Again, we're just watching things closely here across our area. We're going to see what we continue to see. We still have that destructive severe thunderstorm warning. That's why we're here for western and Greene County until 3:45. If the Weather Service takes this down to considerable, we'll go off the air. But the very good reason for this to be destructive right now, and this is the thing, it's really trying to get its act together rotation-wise, too. And again, the northern part could have 60-mile-an-hour winds as well. That'll head toward the Tennessee-Virginia state line area. Has a little more instability than some other areas because they have not seen as many thunderstorms. So we'll wait and see, too. The Storm Prediction Center releases an Outlook update at either 3 or 4 o'clock. I'm thinking it's closer to 4 when they issue the Outlook update, but I might be wrong. I think it is 3. We can look that up and see. The Storm Prediction Center says that they will issue the next Outlook at 4 o'clock. So we have another hour until we get the next severe weather outlook to see if we remain in the moderate risk of severe weather. It'll be very interesting to see that outlook at 4 o'clock. I'd say we drop back down to the enhanced, at least, because unless guidance is showing more supercells firing, which we are unsure right now. Not been able to look at guidance as we've been on the air. So they've canceled talking Greene County out of this one warning here that continues for far southern and eastern Washington, parts of Carter and most of Unicoi County until 3:15, and these storms here continue for our area. We are going to go back here toward Danbridge. We're noting rotation trying to develop in Jefferson County, that pushing to Cotton County and Greene County, so just heads up there. Areas already have power outages in Greene County. We've had a possible tornado. We have a video of a tornado in Greenville a little earlier here. We'll pull that up. This is from Greenville at 2:13 p.m. Billy Bowling sending us this video of
We have a tornado on the ground.
A little earlier. Let's see. That was right around the same time they issued a tornado warning. So they issued the tornado warning at 2:16. So that is what we had there. So just right before they issued the tornado warning, it looks like we had a report coming of a tornado on the ground to the north of Greenville. So that is what we have right now. And we are watching this very, very closely. Here over the next little bit. We are, did they update that? No, it's not that wording. Let's see what they just updated. That's out of our area. So we're going to continue here for the next little bit. Just for a few more minutes longer, we're going to see what the Weather Service does with this warning. The winds might be calming down a little bit. People are getting closer to the radar, not getting as good of a slice of the storm, might be overshooting the storms, which is all but possible at this point in time. So we are watching this closely. They've updated the tornado watch in East Kentucky. They are keeping all of our East Kentucky counties in a tornado watch. Looks like what is happening. Switch to the Jackson radar. There are new cells starting to fire in East Kentucky, and those are right now firing up, and some of those could turn severe. It looks like the Weather Service in Jackson believes so as well, so they're going to keep the tornado watch for the areas in East Kentucky there for the next little while longer. Here, so again, we have severe thunderstorm warnings for western and Greene County, and then as well for southern Washington County, parts of Carter County, Unicoi County as well, until I believe this one here goes until 3:15 for Carter, Washington, and Unicoi. Yes, that goes till 3:15. The other warning for western Greene County, which has the destructive tag and the 80-mile-an-hour wind possibility, that goes for the Warrensburg area, the Scoop Mill, Creek Store, Balua, and just west of Skinner Cross Road and right near I-81. And that goes until 3:45 this evening, again for the potential of 80-mile-an-hour winds within that storm. And at this current point. So again, we are watching the threat of severe weather very closely. These storms are pushing into western Greene County. Look at these strong winds pushing in Gott County right now. And this is a line of complex of storms. And again, I'm watching very closely the development of some severe thunderstorms here or some storms in East Kentucky. See if these can go severe. If so, these will dive toward our region, and these will also push toward our region as well. These storms that are in our region right now. So this is what we have going on at the current point in time. At this current point, we are going to get ready to go off the air because they have just fixed up this severe thunderstorm warning here. And the Warrensburg area, that is now 60-mile-an-hour wind. We no longer have a destructive tag. Actually, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning, so hold on. Severe thunderstorm warning for Avery County, North Carolina. Considerable damage, 70-mile-an-hour winds until 3:45. Avery, Buncombe, Madison, Mitchell, Yancey counties in North Carolina. For the storms moving out of Carter and Unicoi County, and those storms again could produce winds up to 70 miles an hour there into Avery County. And then these storms here pushing into Newport could contain strong damage in Cott County and then eventually Greene County. Strong damaging winds here over the next little bit. So to folks listening at the radio station, our radio partners, we are going to be going off the air in approximately 2 to 3 minutes. So just heads up to the folks at our radio partners. We'll be going off the air in 2 to 3 minutes. And then going back to our normal top and bottom of the hour updates unless conditions warrant otherwise. So just a heads up there. Remember, we are still under that moderate level 4 out of 5 risk of severe weather for the entirety of the First Warn Tri-Cities viewing area. Includes everyone. That 4 out of 5 risk for damaging straight line winds, potentially up to hurricane force winds at times, and the potential of a few tornadoes. All of us is in a tornado watch. Most of Southwest Virginia and Southeast Kentucky until 6, 7 o'clock for Northeast Tennessee and Avery County in North Carolina, Tazewell, Smith, Grayson, Ashland, Watauga counties until 9 o'clock. Remember, if the difference between a watch and a warning. A watch conditions are favorable for severe weather. A warning means a threat is imminent or is already occurring. We have had tornado touchdowns today. We've had a possible tornado touchdown near Marion. We had a radar indicated tornado there. Radar indicated tornado earlier this afternoon in parts of Bell and Harlan counties and Leslie counties in Kentucky. And then we also have a video of a tornado, which we're about to play on the screen right now. This is from Billy Bowling. Video of a tornado in that is Greene County in Greenville. This is right just north of Greenville, where we had a tornado a little earlier from Billy Bowling there. And again, that was the Weather Service did have a tornado warning on that for Greene County and Washington County in East Tennessee. So at the current time, there is only severe thunderstorm warning in western North Carolina. The warning for Washington, Carter, and Unicoi will be allowed to expire. And for far western Greene County, a warning until 3:45 for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Some of these storms still showing some broad rotation, so we're going to continue to watch them. Also, the storm up near Rogersville showing some signs of damaging winds, and we're going to continue to watch these closely. Again, if we have any more severe weather alerts, we're going to come back on the air. To our radio partners, we're going off the air for now. We'll come back as need be live, though, in the First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert Center. I'm First Warn Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle. We'll be back at 3:30 for a severe weather tornado watch update. But for now, this has been a First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert.